The Motorsport Engagement Programme at Bradford's finally wrapped up, and honestly, I don't think I've felt this much joy in a long time. You know, seeing the kids and the progress that they've made over this period of time, you know, seeing them interacting with the simulators, the Lamborghini, the different role models that we had in the room, yeah, phenomenal. When we started working with many of the students, you know, a lot of them were shy, not asking questions. There was only a few, you know, but now it's come to a point that at any single point along the program, you could ask how people have found it, and they're not just bowing their heads, they're actually engaging with you, interacting and showing the progress that they've made, you know, telling us the interviews that they've got, the jobs, for example, that they've been offered, and just the experience overall and how they're developing as people, which I think is very important, because it's not just about the jobs and the opportunities, it's also about their personal development, and they've been able to get a bit of both. My hope for the students is that they actually feel like motorsport, if it's an industry that they want to go into, that they feel more empowered to go down that pathway, because a lot of them have the interest, but they don't necessarily think like it's cool. They don't necessarily feel like this is something that they should be showing that they love. But to get into motorsport and to thrive, you need to love the sport, because there's so many people that also want to be in those very limited positions. So I hope that this kind of reinvigorates their passion for the sport and gets them to actually get more skin in the game and explore the curiosity that they, you know, always had. Days like this bring the programs to life. You know, we've done all of this because we wanted to give opportunities to the kids that we never had, right? So I looked at every single part of today's agenda and I'm like, I did not see this growing up in Peckham, you know, and this is a very similar environment to what they're seeing in Bradford now. So to know that this is at their doorstep, and over 20,000 students, you know, go to this college, and many of them have been able to see it as well. So not only have we made a direct impact on the cohort we've been working with, it's also all the people outside that now, you know, are asking, how do I get involved in the program? What can I do? So yeah, just amazing to get them engaged in that whole process. The team have done a phenomenal job to organize the program and spent, you know, months on end, from the actual programs to the marketing and telling the stories to actually just supporting the students in the pastoral sense to be able to progress and looking over their CVs, their cover letters. Not only have we had the core team, we've had mentors from the DBU community, from the Motors community. So many hours have gone into just making this all work for the students. But when you see the progress, it all feels worthwhile. You know that you've actually gone and made an impact on them, and all of them, you know, say that this is the day, you know, that was the most kind of joyous and the most that they're grateful for. So I guess we ended with a bang. The vision moving forward is to continue to really go across the UK. You know, as Motivez, we've been expanding across London. DBU is a community that is already nationwide across the whole country. We want to make sure that everywhere that DBU is and has members, we're able to run programs like this in other colleges, for example, that are similar to Bradford, because the students have an interest in motorsport and we need to improve representation there. And we have people that would love to be in the sport. So we're going to be rooting for them, and that's what the team exists for. So yeah, excited for the years to come and hopefully integrate this as part of the curriculums as well at these different colleges.